on the mountain crest. It's Laramy's last chance at venison.
You know, ridges like this are really good this time of year to hunt for deer. Those bucks, they're starting to rut, and so they'll make rub lines, and they run ridges like this up and down looking for does. It might be a good idea. I might just sit here for a while and hopefully get lucky and a buck will come running by.
It's in keeping with what the Indians believed. You didn't take the deer gave itself to you.
You know, this time of year, you just never know about these deer. They could be moving all day long. They could not move at all. It's the pre-rut, so they're getting ready. They're just waiting for the does to say the word. All I need is one doe to come in, and it'll be on.
Needles and haystacks, deer and timber. A painstaking search quickened by the want of meat before season's end. Even though a deer's a gift, don't mean you can always keep yourself from looking under the Christmas tree.
Just missed him.
Well, it's good to know at least someone or something's getting fat in these mountains. There's a buck, but a buck of a different color. There's a mosaic of different areas, different seasons, different deer, all across these same mountains. So, getting into range of one you can take, well, can leave you rolling around like a white ball on a wobbly green table.
He disappeared. I don't know where he went. I've got the wind right. There's no way they could have smelled me or seen me. Dang it.
Hunting as hard as he does, Laramy needs to know how to keep a suit of buckskin armor in one piece.
It's been through a lot, this old vest. You can see right here, it's kind of ripped down the armpit. I'll cut some of this elk hide. I'm just gonna cut a small piece about 3 inches wide to go over the top of that and fold back on the inside. And I'm just gonna sew through it. That ought to do her. You know, this is just extra elk hide I've got laying around. I've got a lot of scraps laying everywhere. One plus about being a mountain man. Never have a shortage of leather.
Along with being his own gunsmith, blacksmith, doctor, cook, and dishwasher, well, more than one resolute mountain man had to be his own seamstress, too.
Well, I think that's gonna fit good and add a little character to the vest.
Of course, patching a vest with elk hide and sinew ain't exactly like sitting down to a quilting bee.
It's been a lifesaver. I've worn it for the last 10 years. Moose in Canada, bear and caribou in Alaska. It's kept me warm in places I didn't think it would.
Polyester this, nylon that. Well, it don't hold a candle to what nature's already made.
So thanks, Papa John. You saved my bacon.
For a mountain man, it only takes a lifetime of study to learn how to survive.
Well, I didn't just wake up one day and decide, hey, I'm gonna start working with leather, or, I'm gonna become a mountain man. It was bred into me. It's like the racehorse. You don't just go pull a horse off the street to run in the Kentucky Derby. The racehorse knows nothing else. Well, I know nothing else. And I plan on this thing lasting me a heck of a lot longer than just 10 or 12 years. It's a way of life. And I'm just thankful my grandpa and uncles taught me what I know, because nowadays it's a lost art.
centuries ago, the first mountain men ran these ridges. Well, now, Laramy Miller runs them, hunting for the last deer of the season.
You know, some of this country can be really loud to walk in.
On these dry needles and rocks, it sounds kind of like broken glass wrapped in cellophane.
My uncle used to always say, you need to be like a cat. He called the catwalk. You go from the heel of your foot, roll on the outside to the ball. So heel, ball. And if you notice, you can feel everything that's underneath your foot, and it makes you a lot quieter. Just try it sometime, it helps. Mountain men, they had it pretty good when it came to hunting. There were animals around every corner back then. Nowadays, you got all the development everywhere, and not as much country for these critters to roam. A lot more predators, including two-legged ones. But at the end of the day, it's about the experience, not about the kill. But you can't eat experience either. This is about fitting right here. It's trying to snow a little bit. You never can tell the weather in the Rockies. I've literally had days where in the morning you get frostbite, get a sunburn in the middle of the day, and that next night you get 2 foot of snow. But that's half the reason I love it. Keeps you on your toes. You know, one thing that's always impressed me is animals' reaction when there's weather coming in. They can tell long before the weather ever gets there. It could be 3-4 hours before a big snowstorm, or 15 minutes before it's going to rain. They know it. And you can tell by the way that they react. They'll start getting jittery, a little more energy. It's always amazed me, and I try to key off those same feelings that they have. I can tell when weather's moving in, long before it gets there. You can just feel it in your bones. I watch them critters a lot, and I bet you money them mountain men back in the day, they watched them animals, and a lot of those senses helped save their lives.
Indians lived near as close to the bone as the animals, and had much to teach the mountain men. The earliest mountain men were nothing but greenhorns, compared to the Indians they met at least. Without the Indians to learn from, they would have gone broke and starved, whichever came first. The mountain men offered Indians guns and steel. In return, Indians taught them to trap furs and to hunt game. And many a mountain man became half Indian himself. The mountain men learned their most lasting lessons from living with the Indian. And what they learned was how to live with the land, more than off of it, and certainly never against it.
You know, the snow can mean a couple things. That'll make it easier on me hunting-wise. But if we get too much snow, it can also push them clean out of here, and they'll head down into their wintering ranges, so it might be slim pickings.
Following rub lines along the ridges is Laramy Miller's last chance at winter meat. It's all out on the slopes and in the weather before the clock winds down. Snowy blankets on the pines and white blankets on the ground mean even cat feet can make too much noise.
You know, it's really hard when you get crunchy snow like this because it turned negative and it is so loud to try to walk through because everything crunches like walking on potato chips. Those deer can hear you from a mile away. Wish I could float, levitate.
Here, at last, are deer. But the wrong species in the wrong unit at the wrong time.
You know, the way game laws are right now, I can shoot either a mule deer or a whitetail, but it's cut up in different units. So one unit I can hunt whitetail, one unit I can hunt mule deer. So it seems like wherever I can't hunt, say mule deer, I see mule deer. Wherever I can hunt them, all I see is does. You know, hunting these mountain whitetail, it's a lot different than, you know, hunting whitetail in the Midwest or the South or Northeast. These whitetail, they move a lot like mule deer or elk, or they cover quite a bit of country. So you know what that means, you gotta cover country. Yeah, that's the kind of hunting I like though. Beautiful day, snowed yesterday. Nice and quiet, in just a matter of time the rut should be on. Just got to put in the work.
No matter how hard you work, though, you sure can't stop time. And that sun is setting on more than just the end of the day.
There's a buck and a doe up here on this hill. Boy, he's just bird dogging that doe. He's right up above her, just watching every move she makes. Okay, he just moved out of that opening. I'm gonna have to haul butt up this canyon to see if I can't get in front of it.
Well, now it's a lot less about moving silently as it is about getting where you need to be with daylight a-wasting.
Went, but move up a little more, see if I can't get a better look.
For Laramy Miller, the mountain ridges mark the end of his hunting season. Facing a hard freeze and noisy ground is not the worst thing. Far worse is that time's running out, and there's still no deer on the ground.
He's running. Dang it. You know, it's so loud in here, all this crunchy snow. It's been in the negatives every day. It is harder than heck to sneak up on anything. I'm a firm believer, though. You only fail if you quit trying.
a couple of good-sized fields up here on top of this ridge, and I'm just gonna walk the edge of these trees. I need to put some meat in the freezer, something serious. Hopefully I can get lucky. There's a big meadow right here, and a lot of times right at dark, these deer will come out and feed through this meadow, and the bucks will be chasing does. This is the last day of season, last hurrah, so I need some meat. And whatever shows up, I'm gonna fling some lead at it.
The daylight bleeds away as the darkness rises, like ink filling a pen.
There's a deer coming out right here.
It's not a good sign of a hit.
I don't know if I hit her or not. Have to go check.
The whitetail flagon was a token. There are only tracks and no blood in the snow.
Oh boy. I do believe I missed.
For Laramy Miller, it is a season of snow and a season of ashes. Luckily, there's more than just the hunt.
Well, that puts a wrap to my fall. Ended pretty much the same way it started. I don't even know what to say. It's been the toughest fall of my life, but still, I got so much to be thankful for.
Well, this fall has left its scars, but those are scars of the body. Much easier for a man to live with than the scars of the soul.
I bet you didn't know mountain men made skirts for little girls. But then again, you probably don't know my daughter Pepper.
Laramy's spirit has come through unscathed. And the warmth he feels within himself, that'll carry him over to next season.
This is what makes everything worth it.
What's this? Is it a skirt?
It's not killing an animal. It's not going out and getting the biggest critter in the woods. It's being in Mother Nature, the solitude, being one with the woods. There's nothing better in my mind.